Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to show you how to locate your drone. Let's say you're flying it. We're going to show you 3 different ways to find your drone, okay? Basically you're flying and you can't find it. You knew it crashed here. You knew it might be over there. Well, in this video we got you covered. We're going to cover all the basics. Alright, so without any further ado, let's go find your drone, okay? So this the first part's going to be on the Avata, the DJI Avata, because I'm pretty sure people are crashing their drone and like, where did it go? So the drone has to be on. We're going to turn it on. And the goggles, of course. Okay. Turn on the goggles. We're going to create an experience that's just right for you. I'm going to just push everything here to the computer so that you guys can see what's happening inside of my goggles. If it makes any sense. And I'm just gonna put this in. Remember, whenever you put it in, it has to go boom. Otherwise, never gonna connect. See, we didn't hear that boom. And if you don't hear it, make sure the sound, the ringer is on, and the volume's all the way up. Okay? Well, volume. You're gonna need a volume if you can't find your drone. All right. Wait for it. Nothing. Ah, there you go. That's the sound you want to hear. Okay? All right. So, knowing that and moving forward, forgot to push it. All right, I'm just going to go here. We're going to mirror it so that you guys can share the experience. MacBook Pro. And there it is, except it's over there, so I got to bring it over there. All right, knowing that part's easy because we just push it over. All right, so there it is. There's our, so then what you're going to do is, let me open up the DJI Fly application. Voila. Ah, nice. And that's the screen you want to see. Okay. And for connection guide, most likely there shouldn't be a connection guide. It should just say go fly or camera view. Okay. And there it is. All right. So there we are. You're like, my drone crashed. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your goggles. Of course, I'll put them on my head so that I don't drop them. And so you go here, right? You're going to go into settings, okay? Settings and safety, okay? And then in safety, not update home point, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll all the way down, right? See? There are 3 ways we're going to show you, okay? The first way is camera view before loss, okay? And there it is. There's the camera view before loss. Okay, it's gonna, before we lost it, I'm like, oh no, I'm flying, I'm having fun, and then all of a sudden, where did it go? That's the last view before loss, okay? And the last, I guess, 40 seconds or 45 seconds. All right, so we're gonna get out of there. The other way is, let's say you can do ESC beeping. Let's say you know it's in the area, you know it's somewhere. So what you do is you're going to activate the ESC beeping. And when you do that, your drone should start. You want to make sure that, well, in this case, I can make sure my props are cleared. But wherever your drone is, it doesn't matter because before you do it, it's going to go boop, 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 right? So see, and sometimes the propellers move, and you do that, you know, and you just follow that. Hopefully, you're close enough that you can hear that. That's pretty loud. That's louder than the regular FPV drones that you have here where you build yourself, okay? And then we have, yep, and we'll shut it off. As soon as you find it, you disable it, okay? So we have camera view, ESC beeping. But before we show you the third way, we're just going to show you on the other drones too. So we have, where's our other drone? So the same thing works on the, for the FPV drones that you build. Let's say you built one or you bought a Pavo, whatever, Pico, Chico version, whatever, right? So we'll just plug this in right here. We have our regular goggles. It's too bad these aren't forward compatible because it'd be nice to have audience mode or like broadcast, you know, share the experience without the phone on these things, okay? So knowing that, you cannot use accessory uses too much power. Oh, so let's plug out the accessory, right? We're going to plug out the accessory, quit the application, okay, and then let you bring you guys into the next one. And then we're going to go MacBook Pro, and then it'll push it. We'll push it in. Of course, it's going to say the accessory uses too much power. We're going to shut off the Avada. And then turn this on. Okay, once those are on, everything should work accordingly. And we're not going to stop mirroring. We're going to open up the DJI Fly. We heard the ding, which is great. Okay. And now for this one, similar experience, or if you have this FPV drone, right? Of course, it has to be on. And once it connects to the goggles, you should have a seamless lights. I won't be able to shut the lights off because the remote is somewhere. Oh, there. But that's okay. So the beep, you program which keys you want to have your beep. Hopefully I could. It connected to the goggles, which is great. And now, see, we have the O3 air unit that it's connected to. Let me just shut this thing off. And the same way, okay? It's connecting to the O3 air unit. We're just going to wait for these things to connect. It's the same thing for the RC controller 3, RC controller 2. Doesn't matter. So now I can shut it off. See, the beeps go off. And you can program which keys you want for your light, which keys you want for the beep. For me, I believe the light is... Figure that out. Oh, I know which one's the light. That's the beep, and that's the light. Yeah, there we go. I just forget which one I program for the light because I don't fly this thing at night, but it looks really cool. All right, so knowing that and moving forward, we're going to go to Go Fly. And then you see everything is here. Remote control stick ever, that's because it's up. Okay, so now you won't see it anymore after reboot, and you can see. All right, so knowing that and moving forward, same thing. Okay, so what you're going to do is, actually it's fogged up now. You're going to go here, see? Settings. The menu is a little bit different on the older goggle. That's why I'm showing you this too, because you don't have that full bar at the top. And then again, you go to safety. Whoops. Safety. And see, you only have one. There's only one safety feature on the old goggles. And then there's a full plethora of things to select within the other ones. All right, so then view before loss. Okay, so this is it. Same experience with the regular FPV drones, the ones that you build yourself. As you can see, we're flying in angle mode. And these drones you will typically crash, but with the Avada, it's much louder. With the like the Beta FPVs, the Pavo Pico series, the beeps are a little bit lower, so you're gonna have to rely on the last point of contact where you crash. So if you're familiar with the area, great, you'll find it. If not, just try to have a photographic memory of where you were flying so you can find your drone. And that was pretty much it. That's how you do it inside of the older goggles. But as you can see, the older goggles, you can't share the experience, the way we're doing right now, which is a little bit of a bummer. I guess maybe that's just how it is. But now we're going to show you the last way. So the last way is probably the way you were always doing it, and you don't want to do it like this anymore because this is the new way. So let's take a look back and see how it was done back in the day. Okay? Come.
So little did you know, back in the day, they were called FPV pilots, right? And what would happen is the gents would build their own drone somehow, miraculously, and they'd fly them, right? And somehow, if they were lucky, they wouldn't crash them. And if they crashed them, sometimes they could be salvaged by the locals. And if the locals found them, they would report them to the so-called place called the FAA. And so we are on the hunt for a possible FPV drone that may have crashed somewhere miraculously in the jungle. And if we quietly approach the so-called crash site, we might get lucky and find something deep within. And if you listen very closely, you can hear the tweeties. The tweeties from the bird usually mean that there's a possibility that we might get lucky and find an FPV in this forest. But we must be diligent and careful and slowly. If we get lucky, look, there's one right there. Interesting little fella. He's got like a 4S type thingy, and he's got this little thing right there, and look at these little props, these things that turn back in the day. and they would fly these things, right, with these little goggles and remote controller thingy. But now, when there's this new thing called the motion controller, where you can just have a similar experience. Now, we don't want to disturb it. I want to be very quiet. Look at these beautiful props and everything, but we were only able to locate this drone by using the last place the drone was located, where the feature can be found inside of your goggles. Interesting specimen, I might say. Quiet. We don't want to scare it away.